think we are live. Let me get this up here. Okay. I hope that y'all can see me. I'll check and see if it looks like we're live. Yep, it looks like we're live. Yay! Yay! Okay, so tonight we're going to be working on this little guy. Isn't he cute? I just love this little guy. He's an Easter bunny. And he has this, so you can see on the package, he has this cute little set of Easter eggs. So this is going to be fun. And we're going to be using, hey! We're going to be using this blue and white mesh. Look, doesn't that match perfectly? Hi! I think that just looks awesome together. Okay, so I'm going to pan the camera down and then we'll get started. I hope y'all are doing okay. All right, here we go. Let's see. Make sure you can see everything. Yep, I think so. All right. So, I'll kind of go over what we're going to be looking at. So, I have a helper tonight, and her name is Mari. So, you'll see her commenting. So, if she sees a question and I don't catch it, hopefully she'll be able to catch it to help out. So, she's going to be helping me because I'm having a little trouble keeping up with stuff sometimes. So, y'all welcome her. Her name is Mari. It's M-A-R-I. Okay, so we're going to be using this. This is our 15-inch work wreath. See, it has these ties on it. That's what makes it a work wreath. It's in blue. Okay, we're going to be using this ribbon. Isn't that pretty? I like that. This ribbon. So you see kind of the color scheme. And this ribbon. So you can get all of these at Craft Outlet. Okay, then we're going to be using this mesh. Isn't that pretty? So this mesh came from Craft Outlet too. Hey, how are y'all doing? Okay, and we have a little something special tonight. So there is someone in one of my groups, and her name is Mickey Workman Boggs, and she showed us this mesh. This stuff is so cool. It's mesh. It's not like tulle. It's kind of hard to describe, but it almost looks like it has little paint splatters on it. You see it? And you have to get it at AC Moore. So they have AC Moores kind of all over. So if you're interested in this, it comes in a bunch of different colors. They have pink, purple, white, black. The black is really cool. And it all has this little, I swear, it feels like paint splatters to me, but it's very cool. Alright, so, and then we have some cute little things to add in. And our kit. Isn't this cute? Hey Mary, it looks like it's working fine. I can see your comments. I know this stuff is awesome. So you can cut this and it doesn't fray at all. And it is an interesting feeling. I'm not really sure. It's almost like a fabric, but it's a mesh. But it's cute. Alright, so this is our little guy we're going to be working with. See, there's his little eggs. There's his little head. And his little legs. So I got this mesh. And I had actually been thinking about using it for a wreath for a baby boy. But then I got this in and I thought, nope. We have to do something with that. I'm so glad. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the Pouf curl. So what we do when we're doing that is pull our mesh out. You know, I like to use my board because I can cut things on it and I don't have to worry about cutting my table. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is get a cleat edge, because no matter how wonderful you are when you're cutting, it does tend to get off a little bit. All right, and then I'm going to cut it every 10 inches. So I have a whole bunch cut, but I wanted to show you first. See, and the great thing about this mat is it has the measurements on it. So this is a Fiskars mat, and this is a Fiskars rotary cutter. And they're both awesome. Love them. You know who I learned that through was Trendy Tree, one of my favorite places. All right, so, because I used to spend all my time cutting with scissors. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, cool. I am so excited. I've been dying to try this stuff. It takes me like an hour and a half to go somewhere to get that mesh, but it was worth the trip. All right, so now that I have some of these cut, I'm just going to open up my ties. So, ugh, it's stuck on there. This is just like if you were going to use a regular wreath and you didn't have ties on it. What you would do is you would put 10 on the bottom and 8 on the top. Now, what you can do, so it is about 4 inches in between these right here. So if you wanted to do it with a regular wreath base, then you would just start on the bottom or the top, pick one, go over 4 inches, put the next one, go over 4 inches, put the next one, and you want to do that until you get 10. And you're going to do about the same thing on the top. It's about the same spacing. Hi! Alright, so once we get these cut out and we're ready to go, what we're going to do is we are going to loosely curl this from the ends, just like that. We're almost just kind of rolling it together. Yay! And then we're going to take about a 4-inch curl on each side, like that, almost like you're making a Tootsie Roll. And you want to make sure that this part in the bottom is open. So when you go down to put it down, you're going to put one, I'm glad you made it, on one side, tie it down one time. Make sure that this opening here is facing down, because if it's facing up, you're going to have a problem. So put your other 4 inches on the other side. And then open this up. Hey, Faye! See? And that's where you get your poof, and that's where you get your curl. So, I absolutely love this method. I learned it one time when I was at Sim's Pottery. And I've seen Julie from Southern Charm Wreath do it as well. And it's one of my favorite methods. So, what you're going to essentially do is you're going to put one row on the bottom, and we're going to put 2 rows on the top. Yay! You made it! Oh, wonderful. Well, I'm glad you're here. Oh, and so now that I am back on YouTube, I promised y'all when I got back on YouTube that I would have another giveaway. So, guess what we're going to give away? We're going to give away one of these. Any of y'all would like to win one of these? Aren't these pretty? So I'm going to, in a week, when I come back on the next week, I will announce it. So all you have to do is just put your name in and say that you would like to win it. And we will put you down. If you already have one, then we'll come up with something else. or we'll just send you a gift card from Amazon. And you can pick something else. So I have to blame my husband. It was his idea. So if you don't know about this, this thing is awesome. This is the Ryobi, and it's a hot glue gun, and it's a battery pack, just like you would do with a drill or anything like that. I love it because I go through glue guns like crazy, and this one is like super sturdy. So awesome. Just make sure you put your name in, and we will enter you, and then we'll pick next week. Alright, so I just keep rolling from the end loosely. Get my 4 inches on each side. Got my opening. Now the important thing to know is you go back in to the tie that you just put one curl down, put another one down, and tie it back off. And then go into the next one. Like that. And then you can pull out your poof. So, the important thing to know is that you're going to have 2, you see, on the bottom. In each row, in each little tie, there's going to be 2. On the top, you're going to have 4, because we're going to do it twice. Absolutely. Whoever wins it, you are going to love it. I absolutely love mine. Just be careful, it gets really hot. So, alright. So I'm going to open this back up. Put it down, making sure I've got that opening on the bottom. Because I'm going to tell you, the first time I tried this, I wasn't paying attention to that, and I made a complete mess. So, alright. So we just keep doing the same thing. Pull out our poof. I have a whole bunch got. So just keep doing the same thing. Just roll it. Hold it on the ends. Make sure that bottom's open. And put it down. So how's everybody doing tonight? I'm telling you, it's the best thing I ever found. Don't worry, we'll get your names all written down. And we are going to do this one only on YouTube, since it's to celebrate getting back on to doing lives on YouTube. So you won't be able to enter on Facebook. You're going to have to enter here. Alright. Hey Gina, I'm good. How are you? So we just keep opening that tie back up, put it down, and tie it back off. And then go into the next tie. Isn't those colors pretty together? I just love this blue. It's so pretty. I'm just ribbon obsessed anyways. I cut it every 10 inches. And then I just roll it loosely from the ends. Do about 4-inch curls. And put it down. Tie it off one time. Make sure that opening is on the bottom. Okay. And then just spread this out. Like that. And we just keep going. I'm telling you, that is the bomb when it comes to hot glue guns. I would never want to go back. And I will, in the prize, I will include everything you need. So it will include the battery pack, and it will include the charger. It's no good without those, so I wouldn't do that. Alright. So I just keep opening. So we're almost done with the bottom, and then we'll go on the top. So we have one more. And I tell you, if you walk off and you get lost, just remember to count how many is in each tie, and that will tell you if you've finished that row. So this is a 15-inch frame, and I don't know if you've seen this, but when you order a 15-inch frame, it usually says 15/24. And the reason that is because by the time you get your mesh and stuff on it, it will be a 24-inch wreath. And it is very accurate. So I would expect that this is going to be 24 by 24. You know, depending on if you add stuff that kind of comes outside the bounds. But generally speaking, these frames are pretty good about it being 24 inches. Okay. So now I'm going to open up the top. I'm just doing this because it makes it faster. I love this baby blue. I think I'm going to have to get another one so we can do a baby one. Alright. So we're just going to do the exact same thing. It is a 15/24 inch frame. So I just roll it, make sure that bottom's open, and go on the top. Now sometimes if you have mesh that's really thick, you can get away with just one row on the top. Most of the time you're going to have to put two, because if you don't, you're going to be able to see the middle. This middle. This is actually pretty good, but I think we probably will go ahead and do the second row just because it's so pretty. And then when we get done, we're going to put a little bit of this in it. So the this frame came from Old Time Pottery, but you can get it at sometimes they have them at Hobby Lobby. They always have them at Craft Outlet, although I'm not sure they have this exact color. So I'm going to reopen this tie, put this one down, and then go on to the next one. They also have them at Carolina Pottery if you live in Georgia, South Carolina, or North Carolina. Okay. I'll move that away. Mari, I'm really glad you're on here because they are moving so fast I can't see what people are saying. Those comments, I'm going to tell you, they move really fast. All right. So if you have any that stick out like that, just push it back in. It'll go right back in. It happens sometimes. Yeah, I was watching Nick of Nick's Seasonal Designs the other day. I love him. He's so sweet. And he called it the cannoli. I thought it was hilarious. All right. I know. So y'all ladies doing okay tonight? Absolutely, you will be in the drawing. we're doing the Pouf curl. Cut it 10 inches. Okay. And I tell you that I know we have people on here from other countries, so as long as you have Amazon where you live, you are eligible, because that's where it's going to come from. So no worries with that. So I just keep rolling it loosely, getting my little 4 inches, my little bottom open. Put it down. So is everything looking all nice and clear? It looks very clear from my end. Thank you. So we just pull a little. You see how you can kind of see right in here? That's why we put that second layer on. Because if you don't, you kind of get that little piece there that you can see through. So yeah, the pink mesh is from AC Moore. I've never seen it anywhere else, so I have no idea if they have it somewhere else. I've looked for it on other places because I didn't want to have to drive to get it, but I couldn't find it. So alright, so we got one left, and then we're going to do our second layer. So we're going to cut a few more for our second layer. So, see how that sticks out? Just push it back in. It happens sometimes when I'm in a hurry. Alright, so we've gotten our second layer on. So you can stop at that. You see it's pretty nice, but we're not going to stop there. We're going to do another layer. So we're going to cut. I thought I would cut some more, but just in case there were people that came in later. So we're going to need 7 more because I have 1. So I just pull it out on my table here. Get my rotary cutter, and we're going to cut every 10 inches. So it's pretty quick. This part is pretty fast. So we have 4. We need 4 more. So, and you see, I have this little table. I don't know if you can see it very well. All right. So I have this little table down here. I put my mesh on it, and that helps me a lot because it's lower than my table, and it just makes it easier to keep it from rolling. And it's just a little black tray table from Walmart. It's nothing fancy, and it's one of the kind that you can adjust the height. So it really works pretty well for me. So let's move you back here. Okay. 1 more, and then we'll be ready to put some more on. Hello, how are you? Okay, so this is how much we have left of this roll. It's not a ton. Now you know me, when I'm done, I just throw things on the floor. I clean up later. All right. little legs stuck on there. Oh, look, you can see. Look how perfect that is. Oh my gosh. I love that. Okay. So now we're going to do the same thing. So we're just going to loosely roll it. Except this time, oh, thank you. This time, we're just going to go right on top of the one that we did before. So we're going to open up. We're going to put this one down. And then we're going to push this down, this Pouf. We're going to push it down so that we can make room for this one. And it kind of more comes out towards the middle, but it makes it very pretty and very full. Hi, Liz. We're doing the Pouf curl. So these are 10 inches. Oh, was it kind of rough for a minute? See, it's hard for me to tell. Everything looks the same. I sure will, Jessica. Mari, we're going to have to write all these names down. Okay. So I'm going to open this one up. Put it down. Push this back. Open this one up. Put this down. And then tie it back. Okay. Then I can pull out this Pouf. So now we have 1, 2, 3. See, there's 3 layers. You see? So that really covers it up, so you can't tell where the frame is. That's why we do that 3rd level. And I actually learned that from Julie at Southern Charm Wreath. She is very, very good at Wreath. Okay. Alright, so I'll just open this up, put it down, tie it off, go to the next one, making sure that opening is at the bottom. Craft outlet, yes. And I think they're pretty well stocked because it's just now at the, I know you do, Debbie. That's awful. You know, we need to like open a store over there because it's terrible that y'all can't get the stuff. Do you ever drive across to New York and pick some stuff up? Okay. So I just keep going, opening, putting one down, pushing this back, open, putting this down, tying this back. Then we can pull out our Pouf. I must have nicked myself. Thank you. Okay, so I've done that one. So we're on to this one. Okay. And you know, if you ever start doing the 2nd layer and you get lost and you're not sure if you've done one, count how many of the Poufs are in there. I mean, the curls are in there. That's how I do it. Because you should have 4 in each one. Alright. So we're almost done with this part. And then we can get to the decorating. Okay. So I am still only tying it one time because I want to come back and put ribbons in here. I love this color. Don't y'all love this color? I am a big blue fan. Purple and blue, those are my favorite colors. Looks like we got one left. You see how much fuller it is when you put one more layer on it? It's a lot fuller. It just needs that little bit of extra. Okay. Last one. Hey Maggie, how are you? All right, we got it. So that is the base. I love doing these bases. These are so much fun. Now, let's try some of this. I love this. All right, so this is the mesh that I got at AC Moore. And so what I did is, so it's 21 inch. But what I did is I decided I didn't want to overpower this because I really like this pink and, this blue and white. So I thought, well, I'm going to cut it at 15 inches. So, isn't that, can you hear that? That's interesting. I'm fascinated with this mesh. Well, you just have to ignore me. Okay. See, it looks like little paint splatters. Isn't that cool? All right, so I'm going to cut it at 15 inches. You see how easy that cuts? Okay. I'll get that piece right there. All right, and then I'm going to cut it again. Right in the middle. So, like right around 10 inches or something like that. See? Isn't that cool? This is the coolest stuff. I love when I find new things. Okay, so let's see how many we have cut. So we have 2, 4, 6. So let's put them in and see what they look like, and then we'll decide how much more we want to add. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this, I'm going to put it the long way with my little splatters up, and I'm just going to do a ruffle. And I'm going to tell you, if you have trouble with ruffles, you will not have trouble with this stuff because it is so easy to put into a ruffle. And then I'm just going to open up one of my ties. I'm going to put it down. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's just fun. Isn't that cute? I like that. I don't think we're going to put it in every one because this stuff is a little expensive. I think it was like $10 for one roll. Now, I think a roll is like 5 yards. So we'll do like maybe every other tie and see how that looks. You can get it in the 10 inch too, so I wasn't exactly sure how it was going to cut, so I kind of got some 10 inch and some 21 inch. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm just making it into a ruffle and put it down, tie it off. Just gives it a little splash of color. It says, let me grab a roll of it. Alright, so this is it. See, it says metallic mesh fabric. So I'm guessing it's fabric, but it doesn't feel like any fabric I know. It's like a synthetic, I don't know. It's very fine, but it's pretty. I like the little splatters a lot. So this is the first time I've played with it, so we'll have to, I got some black because I want to do a wreath with the bees, and I thought the black with the little white splatters on it would be so much fun. Is it tulle? It doesn't feel like tulle. It feels, I don't know, thicker than tulle. And usually when I work with tulle, it sticks to the Deco mesh. This doesn't seem to, like, I don't know. It may be. Yay! That's so awesome! Okay. So I'll just keep rolling this up. Put it in. Alright, so let's see. We need maybe 2 more. So, see, you hear that? That's so interesting. They do. I think it's really pretty. I just like the, it's a lot brighter altogether, but it's still pretty. So I'm going to cut it at 15 inches. I'm sure you could do it big. I just wasn't sure how it was going to work. See, that's weird. I'm trying to figure out in my mind what it is. It feels like paint to me. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it is paint. Maybe they took tulle and just threw paint on it. I'm not sure. That's cool. And then I'm just cutting it in half. Let's see. You purchased the pink and white? Awesome. I would love to see what it looks like if you did an entire wreath with this stuff. We might have to try that. I'm not sure. It's kind of thin. I'm not sure how it would look. But sure as pretty as ruffles. I saw Mickey did one for Valentine's, and she had the black with the white little sprinkles on it, and it was so pretty. It just really kind of stood out. It was awesome. Yeah, if you're going to shop at AC Moore, make sure you do the rewards, because they give you dollars off, and that comes in handy. I sure will. Okay. See, I think this is the perfect to do ruffle with this method. Is I think if you did regular ruffles with this method, it would kind of be overpowering. I think we might be. Did we get them all? I think we got them all. Yep. All right. So we have one left over. Okay. So now, see how pretty those colors are? See, look. Isn't that the perfect base? See, it has like little pink flowers on it. It just kind of works out perfect. Okay. So now I've got ribbon. So I got this ribbon, I'm pretty sure I got this ribbon at Craft Outlet, but see, it has these bright, so this is really going to stand out on this. And then we have this one here, and we have this one. So all of these are really going to stand out. So I picked ones that were intentionally going to stand out. Because if you're going to do ribbon, you want to see them. I didn't either, Melody. I had to drive like an hour and a half to get to one. But if you know somebody that's near one, maybe you could get them to go and get it. I don't know if you could call them up. Sometimes they'll let you call them up and order things. Alright, so I left some to cut. So we're going to cut 14 inches. So if you've never seen my video before, this is just a piece of cardboard cut at 7 inches so that I can take it and I can twirl it around. So if I cut it off up here, that one piece is a 14-inch ribbon. But the reason I like to use this is because I can cut a bunch at one time. 2, 3, 4. So I have the top notched so that if I'm not paying attention, which I'm often not, I don't get lost and I know where to cut it. I put some duct tape on it so that I can slip my scissors in there, and then boom, we have 9 cut. I like to fold mine over and cut away from me just to get that nice little detail. It's not necessary. It just gives it more of a finished look. See one with the whole stuff on it? You know what? Mario, fill me in later because I can't keep track. It's too hard. The comments go by so fast. Okay. So, you know, I usually have a whole bunch of ribbons cut, but today I didn't want to do too much, so I have 18 of these. So I'm going to use this in every one. It's kind of light and airy. And then I'm just going to alternate it with these two. So I'm just going to fold it over, find the middle, pinch it. Now let's try it in one of these that has a ruffle and see if it mess up the ruffle, because I don't want to disturb how the ruffle looks. Let's see. If we put them all down to the bottom and pull the ruffle up, let's see how that looks. Alright, so what do you think? Ribbon or no ribbon in the ruffles? I'm not sure if I want the ribbon in with the ruffle. Let's do the top, and I'm going to think about that for a second. Alright. So just find the middle, pinch, open it up, put it down, and then tie it off 1, 2, 3. And then I'll just spread my ribbon out like this. Now when I go to put my head or whatever in, what I'll do so you can still see all the ribbons is I'll move all the ribbons around to the front like that. Yeah, I don't like the ribbon with the mesh, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to do it in the ones that don't have the ruffle. I agree. Okay, so we'll have kind of a mix. We'll have some with ruffle, some with ribbon. So that'll be fun. Alright, so we won't need as much ribbon, so you'll really only need 9 then. So I'll put it down, tie it off 1, 2, 3. I'll have to make sure to go back and tie these off. And then since we're going to have all the head and stuff up here, we're going to pull it down like that. Do you see how you pull it down the front? And why you do that is because if you have your head in here, then you can still see those ribbons. Or your legs, or this one has a little hands with the, isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the ribbon with a ruffle. It just doesn't work. Yep. It's just too much. I like it this way. Then you get kind of a mixture of both worlds. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and pull them all out to the front like this. So we have one more. Might help if I flip the ribbon around the right way. Whoop. Look at that. The wire came out of that ribbon. So we don't want to use that one. Too hard to deal with if they don't have a wire in them. That happens sometimes. When that happens to me, I don't use them. I'll use them for something else. To cover the back or something. Because they don't need wire for that. Alright. Okay. So we got the ribbons in on the top. Look at all my ribbon mess. Let's try the ribbon on the bottom where it doesn't have a ruffle and see how that looks. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks fine. It just does not look good with the ruffle. So we'll only do it on the ones that do not have a ruffle. So that one has a ruffle, so we'll do one there. Thank you. Okay. Whoop. So I'm just putting it down, tying it off 3 times, and then I'll pull it around front. Now all these ribbons came from Craft Outlet, so they just really match the bunny pretty well, and they're very bright, so they show up against that blue. But see, they still have the blue color in it, so that's how you can get away with that. Why did you have trouble with getting the mesh down? Thank you. I'm glad you do. I love doing them. Okay, so I just put it down, tie it off, and then pull those ribbons in the front, like this. Alright, we're almost done. Then we can put our little guy in. See what I do last. Here we go. Just the folds and making it look right. Are you on Facebook? If you're on Facebook, send me some pictures to my business page. If you're not, my email is at the bottom of this. Email it to me and I'll look at it and see if I can figure out what you're having trouble with. It's easier for me if I can see a picture. So if you get stuck, just email me or message me on Facebook. Hi! All right. Here we go. All right, we got our ribbons in. So, see how that looks? You see how when it's pulled out to the front, you can really see it? And you can still see the little curls. So we didn't overdo it by adding too much, because if you add too much, it really overdoes it, and then you can't see. I mean, I really like bows and I really like ribbon, but I don't like when you can't even see the mesh that you started with. So, just a personal preference. All right, now we can figure out where we're going to put these little guys. So we got 2 legs. These come with wires. Okay. Okay, Joanne. Like this. So you can bend the legs, which is really cute because you can put it. Oh my gosh, that's cute. That looks funny in the ribbon. I like that. That's what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to put it right in the ribbon because I'm not sure how. Let's see how it looks in the mesh. Nope, I like it in the ribbon better. Okay. So once you figure out where you want to put it, you just take your wire and just push your mesh aside and go right down to your base. See if you see from the back. See, there's my wire. And I'm just going to push it through. And tie it around the base. Sorry, it's kind of hard to do it upside down. I want you to see. Okay, so that's all I do. I'm just tying it around. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so look at that. That is so cute. I am so ready for spring. Look at that. I know I'm crazy. I get excited. What did I do with the other leg? Oh my goodness. I put it somewhere. Oh, there it is. It fell on the floor. Alright, so I'm going to put, let's see. I guess I'm going to have to put the other leg in the mesh. Because if I put it over here, it's going to look too far apart, I think. Let's see. So if we put the head, let's figure out where we're going to put this little guy. And then we'll figure out that other leg. Alright, so I'm going to put this right in the middle. This has little hands on it. Isn't it cute? It also has wire. So I will open this wire up. They kind of tie it together so it won't move. And I'm actually going to wrap it around my base just by moving the mesh and just going in and tying it down. Now I don't want to tie it down so tight that I smash my ribbon or my wreath. So you want to give it a little bit of play, but you also want to make it pretty tight. Okay, so I got one side. I'm just going to do the exact same thing to the other side. So open this up like this. Whoops. There we go. Go right around the base. And then I'm just wrapping this wire right around the base. I sure will. It is hugely convenient. The only thing I can say that's bad is that the battery only lasts about 3 hours. Look at that. Isn't that cute? All right, let's see where that leg needs to go. Yep. I think it would look funny if we put it over there. Oh, that's too bad because I'd like to put it through the ribbon, but I just think it's too far apart. So we're going to put the other leg here. So he'll go in between our little mesh. I'm just going to take it, go around the back just like I did the other one, and wrap it around the base. It can be kind of hard sometimes because this wire is pretty thick, but you get it. I love to bend my little knees because I think it just makes it look like a little bit more realistic. So what do you think? Well, I don't know. Maybe I could get away with the leg on the other side. Let's see. Let's take this off. Maybe. That might look okay. I don't know. What do you think? Too far? I think I'm going to stick with it there. And then if it looks funny, I'll move it later. Okay. So there we go. We got our little legs in. Okay. We got our little tummy in, our little hands. Now we're going to do our head. So this one has 3 wires on it. Yeah, I like it right here. It's cute. This is cute. Okay. So it has 3 wires on it. So you definitely want to use all 3 because you want it to be stable. So I just do the same thing. I just open it up and then I will get as close to the base as I can. If I can't get to the base, I will tie it on to the mesh. But I want to tie it in a way that doesn't damage the mesh too, so it's, you know. Okay. Boy, they twist this on to make sure it's not going to come off. Alright, so I got these ready. So I'm just going to flip it over. I'm going to tie the sides first. Yep, I can reach the base. So I just move my mesh aside. I'm going to tie it onto the base. Once again, making sure I don't smash it. You know, don't worry about your mesh. If you're pushing down on your mesh, it will spring back and you'll be able to push it back up and get your ribbons back out. Okay. So I'm doing the same thing on this side. I'm just going down to the base and just tying it around. See, I don't know if you can see, but see, there's the wire right there. And I'm just kind of tying it around that base. And I will go back in later and I will make sure there's nothing sticking up, and I will trim anything off that is sticking up. Okay, and I'll kind of remove my stuff around. There we go. Oh, he is so cute. Okay, so this back one, yeah, I can get to the base as well. So I'm just moving my mesh aside and putting it down. So right here is where I've got the tie, and I'm just tying it around that base like this. There we go. All right. So now when I get stuff in, what I do is I shake it. And if anything is loose on it, I will know. So that is a really good trick to do if you're ever doing something like this. But I think we're done. Then I'll just kind of refluff my ribbons and my little ruffles. And the last thing I like to do when I'm doing these is put a hanger on the back. Let's see if I have any. Yes. So this is the kind of wire I usually use when I'm doing a hanger on the back. This is this one is actually green. It's the antique wire. It's in green. I found green. I thought it was cute. It's just thick, heavy wire, and they just wrapped a cord around it. Thank you. What do you want to bet my mother says that this is hers? I think she's gonna say it. Alright, so I just take a good length, cut it off, fold it over, and then what I will do is I will go to the top and I will wrap it around the top like this, making sure that nothing is sticking up that would damage a door. So you kind of need your pliers when you're doing that. You just go on the other side and do the same thing. Because if you're making it for yourself, you don't have to do this, but if you're selling them, you want to do this because it just gives a more professional feel to your wreath. So like that. All right, now, so you remember this ribbon that had the little piece pulled out? So I can't use this. If I want to cover these little wires, you can just take a piece, snip it off, and just glue it right on. You can even glue ribbon on the whole inside if you want to cover that up. Otherwise, you can use something like thick felt. I really like to use that. You can cut it right to the shape. All right. Let's see. I think that head looks a little... Wait a minute. I gotta turn it around this way so I can see. Something looks a little crooked. What is it? It's the head. All right. I think we got it now. Maybe it's the way I'm looking at it. I think it's crooked. I'll have to hang it up and mess with it, but that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed this. It sure was fun being back on here again. Haha, thank you. So, if you want to get this stuff, it's at Craft Outlet. Thank you. I will be, I'm not sure if I'm going to post a video tomorrow. I'm trying to finish one for a saddle. I ran out of some leaves, so I'm hoping to get that done and out by tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll probably be on Facebook Live Friday night, and then I'll be back here Sunday. So, I hope y'all have a wonderful night, and thank you so much for watching. I sure appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all coming, and I appreciate your patience with waiting on me to get my my YouTube back. So, I hope y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you real soon. Make sure you put your name in for the Ryobi, okay?